Green.
CD and John.
Like that. Let's make that a bit similar. There we go. Okay, if it gets in the way, I'm going to get rid of it. All right. So, so here's the story. So what we know is this customer signed up, and on the 20th of the 9th, which is September, they went live with the Pro online ordering system. And then on the 10th of October, which is a month and a half ago now, almost, they went live on the marketing. So imagine when they signed up, who signed this one up? Irene. So when they signed this one up, they probably went on the bundle, right? Straight away.
That side just have a problem with the last comment about domain name and website.
Okay. So he had a problem with his domain name and website. And so he come to us because he thought we could solve that.
Yes.
Okay. Did he have any other problems?
No, just the last company not finished like the website like around 1 year that the books.
Right. So what I don't know if you heard Irene, but the last company was taking over a year and he still didn't have a website. So imagine we probably very quickly got him up and running with a website online ordering system. So he's like, wow, you're quick. And then he might have, so who went back to him and sold marketing? Was that you? Yeah. What was it? So tell me about that. What happened? You went back to him?
When their website is live, they want to promote with the marketing system. Yeah.
So he came back to you, or did you go follow up with him?
He came back with us in a live chat.
Okay, so he came back into the live chat because obviously we impressed him with getting it up and running. He probably got a few orders. He's like, oh, I want to do more. I can see this working. So this sounds like to me a customer that seeing what we've done. This is really important too to kind of understand the story. And from what Irene has just shared, I would say that he's probably a little bit flexible now in the sense of may listen to us because we've got a little bit of credit for what we've been able to do quickly for him. So B, we've got a strategy session here. You've been doing marketing now for a month and a bit, and your concern is it that it's not quite getting the momentum or speed of sales? Is that right? You're on mute.
Yes, that is correct.
So is it you that has the concern, or is he saying?
Both of us.
Right.
He mentioned he like to frequently ask me about what do you think about our sales now? What do you see us in the next 3 months with you? And yeah, I am concerned because I think his location is nice, his restaurant is nice, the photo is nice, the Facebook is updated, but I'm not sure why the customer do not order from our website. I cannot figure it out yet.
Okay. So so B has asked the right questions and she's looking at the right things. You know, is the food, she's asking, you know, she's saying the photos are good, they're nice owners, you know, why is it not working? So she's got some good information here, the average daily income. So his average whole shop is between 600 and 800 a day. So that includes, you know, aggregators, walk-ins, people calling up to order. And so she's got a bit of a profile. Their customers are working people, small family, big family for sometimes, and they have gift vouchers. The current promotion is every lunch special gets a free soft drink of your choice. That's the promotion, is it? B, can you get
Yes.
ready soon the graphic for that? So we'll have a look at the graphic that's designed for that. And then we've got 10% off your whole bill when you pay with cash, minimum $25, and free delivery specific area. Now, right now, I'm not going to make any comment on what I think. Those specials are either good or bad or maybe okay. But if you could get the images, be ready when I later on when I want to look at those specials that have been advertised. Can you have those ready when I ask later? So you can just do that now, get those ready. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I want to look at what is happening in the shopping cart, right? So here's the shopping cart. So here's the basics. Oh, this is a bit big. Let me just get a little bit smaller. Don't know if it gets too small. Too small for anyone yet? It's okay? Okay. So let's look at the data. Okay, what is the data telling me? We've got a month and a half, maybe 2 months of sales. So this data is going to be pretty good. By the way, B, before he signed up with us, did he have his own system anywhere at all? I know he was building a website that never got done, but did he have any direct channel?
He normally contact his customer, like, I mean, the customer normally contact him via calls or messenger, but do not have any own system.
That he had no direct online channel, just the normal.
Yes.
Okay, so the next question is now the customer's asking, what can I do to get more? Well, the first question I'm going to ask is, did he get flyers or fridge magnets printed? Did he?
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't recall, but I have asked him. I think he didn't.
Okay, so my first suggestion here, and this can actually come from a sales point of view too, is he's getting a website, he's invested in one, he's online. Yes, we're going to fix the digital footprint, but he's getting, now I don't know the breakdown. Let me go back to this here. He's getting $600 to $800 a day. Now I'd be interested to know third party and walk-in breakdown, right? So I don't know about the third party and walk-in, what the balance is. But we know if he gets a flyer or a printed magnet, he can hand it out. So even his phone calls and his walk-ins, he could be giving them the information to easily order online. He's a small restaurant because I see that he's only got 5 tables. But is he the cook? What's the roles? This is important. What do they do in the restaurant? Are they answering the phone? Are they at the counter? Are they cooking? What do you know? What the staff looks like? What does the operation look like on a daily basis? Any idea what it looks like on a Friday night? Who's taking the orders? Who's cooking the food? Who's handing out the orders to the customer? This is important. What does I use Friday or Thursday or Saturday? What does that look like? And sometimes in the strategy session, this is a good question to ask. What does it look like when it's busy? Because that's where the bulk of that $600 to $800 comes from. What are they doing? What are the owners doing when it's really busy? What are their jobs? What do they do? Now, B may not know the answer, but do you know the answer to that, B?
I just know that the owner will deliver their food and his wife will be the one who answer the phone, and all the staff is kind of their family. Yeah.
Yeah. So my next question is, who in their business on a daily basis is focused on telling the customer, hey, you can order directly? Probably no one, right? He's out busy delivering, he's running back to the car, jumping in, doing the next one. The lady's taking the orders, she's probably not going, oh, by the way, and how's their English? Is the English good or bad? You may not know. Is English average or really good?
average.
Okay, so she's taking the order over the phone, which means she's probably focused on getting the order right, not having a conversation at the end that says, oh, by the way, next time you phone up, you can order direct, get blah, 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 right? That conversation is probably not happening. And so it's really important for B to explain to them, go, you're busy, you're delivering orders, you're not having a conversation with your customer, your staff are busy, cooking, busy. So flyers and magnets can have that conversation for you. So one of the ways you can do that is your Uber orders, your DoorDash orders, your phone call orders, you can hand it to them. What I recommend is when you hand them the order when they come pick it up, is you give it to them and the flyer separately. Don't put it in the bag. Give it to them and give it to them. You don't have to say anything, just give it to them separately so they see it and acknowledge it. Okay? So that's one standard feature that we should be doing. Doesn't matter the customer situation, but I wanted to explain that that's sometimes we do marketing, we're paying $100 a month and $199, $300, but really $100 printer order can accelerate it a lot faster as well. So let's not forget the physical content that we can deliver. Here's our sales history, so we go back to this. So there's a couple of things that I can learn here really quickly. By the way, if you need me to slow down, let me know. The average order, does anyone know what this is? Who knows what that is? Okay. Out of all the orders that they've received, the average value is $50. That's important to me to understand that, and I'll talk about that later. The last 7 days, $400, down by 10%. In the last 7 days, they got 5 new clients, 3 returning. So actually, that's not a bad stat for a month and a half old customer, right? The returning could be better, but 5 new clients, that actually tells me that marketing is probably going actually quite okay. A combination of digital footprint. It's only a month and a half. Customers are starting to realize, so there's some things happening here. That's actually not a bad stat. But what I want to do is go to extended value. This now allows me to filter it from the start. So let's go from the 20th to today. So I'm getting the data from when it was turned on to now. So this will give me the daily data. So see here, there's still some missed phone. I can understand at the beginning here, there's some missed ones. Does anyone know what I'm saying missed? The blue lines are the missed, right? So by the time they get 3-4 weeks in, they should not be missing anything. Right? So I'd be asking the question, why are you missing orders? Now, it may not seem like a lot, but with the volume that they've got here, they've got to get this under control because that distrusts the system. It's a new system, it's their direct system, and all it takes is 1 or 2 missed orders. That customer goes, I'm going to order again. I don't know. So that hard work can be undone by 1 or 2 customers a week. It's not good. So you want to get that under control. Looks like this week it has been, but whatever the reason, talk to them about it. Find out why is this missed order and why it's important not to miss it. If you're going to miss any, miss Uber Eats, right? Okay, so this gives me a breakdown. Let's go weekly. So good week here. When did we start the marketing? 10th of October. All right, so we can see actually here from natural, marketing has lifted it a little bit. Right, a bit of a dip here this week, but it's actually lifted it. Not by much, but it's lifted it. And if we look here, it's lifted it. All right, I'm convinced, Steve, they get flyers or magnets, it's going to lift again really quickly, and marketing can reinforce because the more data, right, we can remarket to them. But so we have got an increase in orders starting to happen, but obviously we want to have that happen. Now I'm going to look at the clients. So why am I going to click on clients? And let's hope it goes. What I'm starting to see now is returning, right? So again, I want to look at the last. Let's go from the start. Let's go weekly. So this is a good indication. Like, obviously, you got to think about returning work on a 2 or 3 or maybe even a 4-week cycle, because customers don't return every week. Maybe they do. They might order Thai food every week, but maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So it's still a short time, right? But this is good for you to understand that this should start to increase slowly because these customers here start to return. Right? So it's still early. If we look on a monthly basis, that looks nice, right? But on a weekly basis, so this is actually on track, right? So let's now go look at the health, because we've talked about some missed orders. So there could be some diagnostic here that will help us. So there was some days where the connectivity might have been an issue. Yesterday, actually, today. So maybe there's some of that. Monday wasn't on at all. Are they closed Mondays?
Yes, they close on Monday.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Now I want to know, because I'm going to be thinking about delivery soon, I want to know about delivery heat map. Now, guys, this has taken a lot longer than normal, me talking through it, because I would just think this rather than explain it all. So what does this start to tell us? Where the orders are coming from? So let's go last month. Okay, so you can see they've got delivery areas down here. They've got this side of Kogarah, and they've obviously got picked up a customer here. But this is their target area, and I would assume this is probably their free area, right? This area across the bridge doesn't look like there's much going on here at the moment. What we do know is they do their own deliveries. Okay, so the question I have for you is they're going to do their own deliveries, but have you asked them the question? Let's just say you get super busy and lots of orders. How are you going to keep up with delivery? Have you asked them that?
Not. I didn't ask him about that, but I only know that he is the only one that do the delivery. So there is only one driver in his restaurant.
Yeah. So it's important now, as a strategist, for B to have a conversation about the future. Okay, let's say we're super successful with deliveries. How are you going to keep up? Are you going to hire more drivers, or do you want to connect to our in-house delivery solution? Irene, do you know if you talked about in-house delivery or the delivery solution with them at all? Okay, so he may not know. They may not know particularly that we have this offer, this service. So B, it would be important now to go, look, if we're super successful with deliveries, how are you going to keep up? And then you can talk about option B. You can do your own, and then we can connect you to excess, or you can switch it all over and enjoy helping out in the kitchen. I don't know, right? Maybe the wife don't want him in the kitchen. Who knows? But have this conversation now. You've got to put them in the future of success, because this will be important around the type of strategy that we look. So now I'm looking at the delivery zone, guys, and I see a problem. This would be good for our team over here, our admin team. What do you notice might be the problem that I'm seeing here with the delivery zones?
That's it. Too bored.
Too what?
Too bored. Too big is the
Too
area.
wide?
Yeah,
maybe
too wide, yeah.
that could be, yep, that it could be, you know, we've got areas down here where there's no orders, but that could be like, it could be successful, could not be. But I would be looking at, first of all, I'd be looking at here and going, what Thai restaurants here? Are there any Thai restaurants here? I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to go search that, but is there Thai restaurants here? If there isn't, what is the drive time? And if it's acceptable, this could be a golden opportunity to target marketing wise, right? But I don't know, because I don't know if there's any Thai restaurants here. But I'd be finding out if there's a Thai restaurant here, maybe that they've captured the market, and then find out if it's ours. If it's not, then pass it on to sales, right? Hey, there's a restaurant here. But for this restaurant, it's about, is this a good area to target? And then obviously they've got some customers here. Okay, but the concern I have with the delivery, and I'm going to go back to here, is I'm going to show you here. First of all, these are all the same color, which means on the website, they start to look like the same color too. So if I was to go to the website, which is going to be, oh, wrong way. I'll go here. This is what it looks like to the customer. They see the same thing. So it's not easy to distinguish. Now, it may not be a big issue of ordering and why people would have wouldn't, but we want to remove the excuse. See how it's all the same color? And see how these two zones are $7? I would combine them. I would combine these two delivery zones. So I'd have Sylviana Waters, Brighton, the Sands and Rockdale's in one area. $5, $6, $3. These ones are pretty good. The free area here, that's good. So does everyone know how to change the color? We just changed here, right? We can change the color here. I'm not going to do that.
I just know that it can change now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So you can change the color here. Does anyone know why these exist? Hidden ones? Is it because it's ready for like? Is it because? Can I just ask the team maybe on might know the answer? Do you guys try and work out the kilometers first and kind of get an idea of how far out? So are we doing this because we want to know? We get an idea of how far it is. Are they here so that you got an idea of how far 6 kilometers is or 2 kilometers? I don't know. That's all. That's why I do it. So maybe that's right. I delete them if you don't need them. But color difference would be really good here. Okay. My next thing is suburbs. I'd be very careful cutting through the back of people's houses. My recommendation, and maybe we need to talk a little bit more about this in training, but I'd be cutting down front and back of streets, not in the back of suburbs. The Google Analytics are really good, but I don't know how good they are. Right? So we're splitting down the middle of a house here because we've Googled the suburb and we're trying to match it 100%. But I would always recommend going down main streets to do suburbs. And then if a customer ever complains because they're in that suburb and that suburb's a different price, we can shift the line a little bit. But I wouldn't be so pedantic about this, for example. Actually, that's probably not a bad cut, but I'd even cut this way. I don't get too caught up on that, but I'd be going straight lines. You know what I mean? Like that's a straight line. Like, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't mind getting orders from these customers, right? But we're telling this customer, nah, not at all, you can't order from us. But I would just go down Blakely Road completely. Obviously, I wouldn't come all the way up to here, right? Because now we're in South Hurstville. But choose a. Anyway, I don't want to get too caught up on that because it's not really our strategy session. The way we set up delivery have an impact on the success of the delivery zone as well. Okay, that's enough for delivery. That's what I've seen in the shopping cart. I haven't looked at their digital footprint. I can see B, you said the website's not ranking very well, correct?
Yes, it's not appear on the search at all.
Okay.
Like you have to click at on that Google My Business.
What suburb are they in?
Sanssouci, SAN, and then SO, that's one.
Yeah. Figured that was going to be ours. So we've got two type areas. They're not on marketing, are they? Okay, so this customer has owned the domain name for a long time. John, I'm just wondering, is that the main name?
Yeah.
Is that the main, I'm wondering if this domain name has been come in and been hosted by us by now. So first thing I've been
Yeah, I'm just checking out the website too. Yeah, that's really unusual. That how long's this website been live for now? Did we say about 2 months?
Yeah, since September, 20 September.
Yeah, it can take a little while, but I think that's a bit too long, 2 months. That it's
okay,
not.
so it's probably still hosted with their provider. Let's just double check.
Yeah, I'll
we have-
just have a look. Yeah, I'm just logging in. Oh, you're there already. Yeah. So we have it. We have the domain, looks like.
Yeah, we do.
So the other thing, I know within if we go into Gloria Foods, they give a rating as well if the website's optimized properly.
It show the Google ranking on their system show in/A. So I didn't think that it appear at all.
So I have to share, and I don't know how to explain this, but when I came in 10 minutes before the session, the restaurant basics, the publishing basics, I had to approve the, there was something missing here. There wasn't account confirmation. There was something here that hadn't quite been finished. So I'm wondering whether that's affected the ranking.
And another thing to check too is just to make sure that the basic details are consistent, because that can cause problems like, make sure the address and phone number are all consistent, which I'm assuming that.
There we go.
Yeah, so the important thing is that that we've got the green. So it can take a little while. Like I know 2 months is, I think, a bit too long, maybe, but
Yeah, it should normally.
the important thing that it is optimized.
So it's not finding it. So first of all, I'd be looking at, so we've fixed the Google My Business listing. I know it's not within here. So this hasn't been done. Found it. Anyone aware of this tool? Yeah. So what this is going to tell us is where the inconsistency is between Google My Business listing and here. So it looks like it's pretty good. No, I got it, man. Okay, so what it's saying here, it is there. So that is sitting here. That is correct. That has been correct. That is correct. So there's nothing else to do there. Good. So I also like to see if they responded to the negative reviews. That's always really important. And how they respond too. Okay, 10% off your first order. So is that still active? B,
Yes.
10% off first order, still active, 27 of these.
No,
have been-
no.
Okay, so here's a suggestion. Now I'm going to get into marketing because otherwise we'll be here all day and I could just spend all day talking about this. So I'm going to move on. Any questions about what we just looked at? So actually, before I move on, I'm going to recommend B that you jump on this chat and you talk to Gloria Recruit and say this website's not ranking. And show them some screenshots and see if there's anything in their back end that they could pay attention to. So
Okay.
use them, right? So have a talk to them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And see what they say. I'll be interested to see what they say. So right now there's a 10% off when paid cash. Okay. So here's my problem with cash. Dumb. Dumb. When they say pay by cash, all I hear is this benefits them. They don't want to pay tax, they don't want to pay GST, they don't want to pay whatever, right? But they want to benefit. The restaurant owner, they want to survive by getting as much cash as they can. B, you understand? So I see 10% off when you pay cash. This is for, I also saw in the brief here, where's your promo? Where is it? Sorry. Nope. They've also got another cash special, which is, so that's the cash special, right? 10% off when they pay by cash. So right now, they're not incentivizing any new customers. I'll put B back up also. right? So right now, they're incentifying what benefits them. See the difference? Their strategy is benefiting them, but not necessarily their customers. In Australia now, it's very rare that people walk around with cash in their products. John, how much cash do you have in your wallet right now? Maybe he's loaded. I don't know.
Yeah, not a lot. I usually don't carry cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So sometimes for a customer to get access to this opportunity is now that they're limiting who can take the offer up. And so they go online. Now, did anyone take note to this earlier stat? And you may not have noticed this stat, but I'll see if it comes back up. The statistic here is really important. Let me just find it.
Yeah, while Stu's looking for that. Yeah. So I got some takeaway recently, about a week ago, and I went to a restaurant that not before they used to only take cash, and I didn't go to that restaurant for many years, and the only reason I went was because I knew that I didn't have to worry about having cash, that they were taking FPOS. So usually I tend to stay away from restaurants that only take cash. I'm not talking about this special offer, but I think it goes to the point Steve making.
Went to check out, sent the order. So there's a 53%. So there's 50% of the people who are putting it in, going to the checkout and not placing the order. So I'm interested to know now, do they have, are they taking online payments?
Yes, they also offer another
Okay,
payment
good.
method.
Right. Well, where did I go? Sorry, I went to the wrong area. So they are taking online payments, that's good. But somehow there's 50%. So sometimes that 50% be because people don't want to put in their details. So let's not just blame cash. But the other reason could be they get there and realize, oh, I'm not going to get the benefit of paying cash. I might go back to my Uber Eats account where I've got a discount or a coupon. Right? So they might abandon it right there because it's not applying to them. And they have to pay by card. So I'm going to come back to this comment around cash. The cash, it only benefits the restaurant owner. Me? So this should set up alarm bells. Well, why are you giving it away for cash? Because that's how we survive in business, all right? I understand that, but Uber doesn't take cash, right? No, but you want to get your customers that are used to paying online with Uber to order directly, and now you want them to pay by cash. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So why are you putting an obstacle between you and the strategy? The strategy is to bring them from Uber into your own system, and you're putting a physical cash. If I'm sitting at home and I'm ordering with you, and then I realize that I have to pay by cash to get a discount, I may still continue, but I'll be disappointed that you're only giving me a discount because I'm going to pay by cash. Right? So, first of all, 10% off first order. That should be the deal. That's it. Not because of cash. And you need to have this conversation with them before flyers and printers. Right? You don't want to print this and then change the deal. So before you talk to them about flyers and magnets, you want to get them understanding the cash problem. Now, having said that, in 6 months' time, I'd say, look, in 6 months' time, if you want to put a deal out there or a bundle that says, hey, order this and pay cash.
Hi, John. does the
Yeah.
meeting just
Yeah,
freeze?
we can't hear you. We can't hear you anymore. I think
Steve,
the video's frozen as well. Maybe they got a
please freeze.
I think maybe they're having a problem in their office.
Can you hear him like clearly?
Oh, they're gone.
Oh, I think he need to invite us again. So I think we need to
Okay.
end this meeting.
All right, we'll leave. Okay. See you soon,
Okay,
B.
see you in the next meeting.
See you then.
Okay, so I just thought you ran away because I said it was a dumb idea to do cash. But anyway, it was out there. So it's dumb, right? You get the point. Cash. This is a case where we've kind of done what they want, right? And sometimes we've got to say, look, I know you want to do that, and I understand why you want to do cash because that might help your restaurant and tax, and you survive off it. And they're worried about their cash, but the problem is, they're putting an obstacle in front of their customer and in front of the strategy. So the ones that are ordering online through Uber, they're probably not going to swap over and start paying cash, right? And this is their mindset. You need to change their mindset. They need to make it convenient for their customers, not for them. Free delivery, great strategy. So when I go back to this shopping cart, I know we've set up the area to be free, but you need to highlight it. So I don't know whether we can do that. I can't remember the promotional rules, but my recommendation is to give value to free, right? So we could set up that delivery area to be $5. Now you following me here?
Yeah.
And then you could create free when you're ordering over $25. Now
And just piggybacking off the free delivery offer. So I was having a look at how well the different offers are performing in the Facebook. So B's done a good job of setting up different offers in Facebook ad campaign. By far, the free delivery is outperforming the other offers.
Okay, so what John's saying is in the back end, in Facebook ads, it's showing free delivery is what they're clicking on, right?
Yeah.
Can you show us that ad, B? Can you show us the ad I asked you earlier to get your marketing ready? So you can share your screen. I'll just stop sharing mine.
I can hear you clearly. What would you like me to share again?
Just share your marketing ad that says free delivery. Yeah.
You mean the apps? Okay, I will share my screen. There's a lot of tabs here. Sorry. Yeah, here is the apps. There is 4 of them.
Hang on, got to get it up for everyone to see.
And the data here is like the maximum. So it means from 10 October until now.
Okay, so lunch special.
Because their lunch special is kind of a low price. It's only $10.9. So I decided.
Yeah. And I would go further now, B. I'd be looking at lunch specials. You see clicks, but then I'd be looking at the customer clients and seeing the order time. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you look at the client list, you can actually see the time that they order. So you can see if your lunch special marketing is actually getting orders at lunchtime. I'll show you in a second.
And you can also see, by the way, you can see it too in the results column. So that results column, that's the integration with the local for you, the Gloria Foods ordering system. So that tells us from the lunch special campaign, we've had 1 online order. But
so that $35.81, is that the cost?
Yeah, that's correct. That's the ad spend to get that 1 order. Yeah. And then if you look down at the free delivery offer, the fourth one, you can see we've had 9 orders.
So one
And
order,
the average,
click an order, and 9 delivery orders. So then
Yeah.
what campaign's working at the moment? Free delivery. So what I talked about earlier with fixing the delivery zones, maybe make it a bit clearer, make it a little bit more obvious. That will help getting the lines a little bit more, not defined, but simple, might help. Color coding might help. And now B, what I'm suggesting is, and I'm not saying you have to make it $5, you might make it $2 or keep it free, but you can still set up a coupon, right? So just show the guys before we click off your page what the ad looks like, the free delivery ad, the image. I know you had it up earlier, but just click on it so they can see what the graphic looks like.
I just used a plain photo from him. So here is what it look like. Actually, it's not that this long, but the owner insists me to add this part to the ads. So it's kind of long now, maybe too long.
well, look, it might or might not be. Like, it's hard to tell sometimes, but what I like about this particular ad B is the results. We're getting, it's costing us just over $5 to get a online order, which is great.
Thank you.
So this is where I've been putting the energy into free delivery and working different strategies to do that. Now, I'm not the expert here, but this ad contains an image of the shop. So I would suggest an image of the owner getting in the car with some yummy food or some good looking food may improve the ad, but I don't want to touch it because sometimes that doesn't mean it's going to improve the ad. Maybe people like that they can see that it's an actual shop and it's food's coming from a restaurant, not some random dark kitchen somewhere, right? So sometimes that could be, right now, that could be the perfect thing in that area. I'm not going to say it's not, but that's where split testing could have an impact. If you're focusing on only delivery, you could run this ad and then you could run a separate one that focuses on the food and the delivery images, right? And it may not perform better, I don't know. And then, do you guys get why I'm saying the restaurant image may actually work better? Because the dark kitchens, right? You guys know what dark kitchens are now, right? You know what a dark kitchen is, Mary? Jane, sorry. You know what a dark kitchen is? Anyone know what a dark kitchen is? San, explain what a dark kitchen is. Yeah, because even Thai ginger, Peru, right? That's a dark kitchen. That's a ghost kitchen.
พวกร้านที่ซ้อนร้านเข้าไปอีกเหมือนกับว่าตั้งทำไมเป็นฟอลโล่ตั้งแล้วมีวาวาแต่ก่อนที่อยู่ในร้านอีกทีนึงอ่ะ
So my point here is we're focused on delivery. We could create delivery images and the owner going, hey, I deliver with a scooter or a bike or a car. That
Yeah,
could work.
if you want good examples of that, Salissa's Thai, she did some really nice photos of her with holding the food with her sign and
We're not having to mention
outside.
that. Sorry, John, the band in the office.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay.
But so my point is that could work really well. But the reason I'm saying this might work well too is because the trust in the market is your restaurant actually exist? Am I getting food from a restaurant that's been around for a while? And that could prove that and could create trust. I would probably put people in there, the owners, better image. But obviously, B, we know this is hard to get, right? And I'm just saying it. I'm not saying it's easy, but So then in marketing, you can do split testing. She can have this image, then she can create another image around the food and the delivery and test them. And I would be, I know obviously Facebook, we're not looking at Google. That's Facebook, right? Not Google ads.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what Google's saying. Google might be the same. But you could, I'd be focusing spend on that. We spent $35. So we spent $35 and got one order and spent $53 and got 9. Is that right? Is that what it was telling me? Go back
Yep.
to that.
Yeah, that's correct.
So we spent $35 and got one order at lunchtime, and we spent $53 and we got 9 orders. If you were the restaurant owner, where would you want to spend the next $35?
This one for sure.
Right? So you're going to shift. I would be saying this, look, this is good. It's been a month. The data's telling us this. Tell them 9 orders got $53. The question now B can ask is, how many orders, how many more delivery orders do you want? Because we spent $53 and got 9. If you want 30, how much are we going to spend to get 30? Who's got a calculator? Maybe. Right? How much are we going to spend to get 30 new orders?
Around $15.
No.
Oh, ไม่ใช่เหรอ?
Let's just say we got 10 orders for $57.
$177.
So how much ad spend are they spending there?
50 for Facebook and $50
Total. How much are they committing a month for ad spend?
$100.
Okay, so what conversation can we be having? How many new orders do you want for delivery? 30? All right, we need to increase the ad spend to 150 or 200. Keep it in 50 lots, please. Don't say 177. I can't build that easily, right? But keep it in $150 lots. So now we're increasing the ad spend because you can prove to them this is likely to get the result that you want. So B, now you can say to them, how many orders do you want? Delivery is working well. We're going to focus on that next month. How many do you want? You want 30? It's going to cost about 180. Let's do a $200 ad spend, and oh, that's too much. I don't know. I want to go from 100 to 200 ads to 150. And let's see if it brings in 25, and we can review that next month. So that's the strategy conversation B that you need to have. Delivery, focus, ad spend.
And I just want to make a comment too about the results too of the marketing that you do, B. So what I've noticed is in the Google campaign, we're getting a lot of conversions, and it's around I think it's less than $3 a conversion for people asking for directions. So something like that anyway. Sorry, it might be around $5. Can't remember the exact amount. I'll have to.
On this shop?
Yeah, for this shop, for this one. So, I'll share my screen. Let me share my screen.
So does everyone follow what John's saying? We're putting ads out and people are clicking on the ad. Is this right, John? They're clicking on the ad and they're asking for how to get to the shop.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I've got the wrong screen up here. Okay, here we go. So what's happened is we've had
This is Google.
in Google. Yeah, this is Google for Oops Modern Thai. We've had we've spent $72 so far on Google all up, and we've had 25 conversions. Now, what those conversions are? Let me go into. Sorry. Okay, so the conversions are actually directions. So what Google measures is 2 things. It measures people that use that are either asked for directions to the restaurant, or they click on the ad to order. They click on the ad to call the restaurant. So so far it's costing us per conversion, just less than $3. So in Google, for just less than $3, we're getting people to actually come to the restaurant. And why this is important to understand is because if we're only looking at the online ordering system and the stats, we're not giving them a proper idea of what the marketing's doing for them, because they've, in the past month and a half, they've had 25 people actually come to the restaurant to place an order, to eat in or place an order. And they won't see that on the online system.
Okay, thank you, John. So there's a couple of things here, B. One is explain to them that it's costing them about $3 for a customer to engage and drive to their place. Don't say this to them, but what I'm also seeing is if Google My Business and the website improves, that actually, the request may reduce, right? We may actually reduce that spend, but also Google Maps. So I was going to show this earlier. Google Maps can also be, you guys can't see this, but if I go to Oops Modern Thai, so the ad, B and John can't see this screen at the moment, but the ad comes here and it enables them to get directions, right, to the shop from their location. So let me just click off that so we can go back to your screen. Have you stopped sharing screen, John?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'll share the screen. I was just sharing here. So let me ask next now, with those Google ads that are running directions, what are we doing? What does the ad look like? Can you show us the ad that's causing people to click on it, Lee? Sorry, share your screen, or John, share your screen again, so the team can see the ad or the front end traffic that's causing that action.
So John, you're going to share it, or you would like me?
Yeah, I'll share. You'll have to actually stop. It won't let me share while you're sharing. Okay, thanks for that. So, so let's see. It doesn't actually. What we do for Google, we give it assets, we give it headlines and descriptions and images and video, and based on what the devices they're using and where they are, it'll make an ad to appear for them, if you know what I mean. But I might be able to show you a preview. Here we go. So here you can see the different platforms that it'll show ads. So it gives an example there of what it looks like on Maps. So there's the ad on the bottom there of the screen.
So if someone searches like Thai food near me, that comes up, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
someone put Thai food in, or even Oops Modern Thai, right?
Yeah.
That ad will come up like that. I'll click on it and get directions. That's what's happening in Google at the moment. So what we're learning in this customer's case is people are coming to Google to find out how to get to their shop. So these are customers that probably, I mean, if there's an existing customer, they know how to get there, right? So the existing customer is not going to be clicking on this to get to the shop.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are all the different platforms up here that the ad will appear on. Yeah. Only to people in the local area.
So we know delivery is working well. Can I ask the question, can these ads be focused on delivery? I know obviously the clicks are getting directions and coming to the shop, but if we change the strategy here of saying, hey, we deliver, we can come to you, maybe that will...
Yeah, definitely. We can definitely add that. Yeah.
So B, we're going to nail in on delivery. There's 3 things you need to do. 1, talk to the customer about if they get more deliveries, how they're going to handle it. That must happen first. Otherwise, they're just going to call you up and go, oh, can you turn off delivery? 2nd, cash. Have a conversation around cash. 3rd, flyers. So these are in order. Flyers, magnets, putting in an order, converting their existing traffic over. So first time orders, free delivery. That's the strategy. They don't have to give 10% off on top of that. Right. And then fourth is the actual talking to them about the delivery stats and the importance of focusing on that and driving that in. So this is what we've concluded with the strategy session here today. B, do you have any other questions or concerns or thoughts?
Right now for me it's kind of a lot of information to digest, so I'm not having any questions for now, but maybe in the next 10 minutes I may text you again. I'm not sure.
Fine. So this has all come off data. This is data, right? We're not making decisions based on everything else. This is because I've run an ad, and this may be good for sales to realize after 6 weeks. 6 weeks, right? Not after the 30 days or 2 weeks or 1 week. After 6 weeks, we've got enough data now to start going, okay, how do we improve this? And this is what is happening. So, and you notice about the ad spend, we now know 10 customers, $55. Now, please don't go quote that that's standard for everyone, right? But now the conversation with the strategist is now, hey, we now know we know now how much it's costing to acquire a new delivery customer. That's the advantage of being on this plan. Now, I want you to understand now, what was the average order? Let's go back. I want to conclude this feed with a little bit of, in sales, we're going to probably do some training on this on Thursday anyway, and account managers. But I want to now, can anyone remember what the average order was? I'm not going to share screen, except for Sam. Be quiet. It was $50, right? So $50 is the average order. The average customer, well, let's just say they come every 3 weeks. Maybe every 2, sometimes every week. But let's just say every 3 weeks right now, without mega marketing. They come every 3 weeks. Let's do it this way. Let's run the scenario. They come every week, every month, once a month, without mega. So they come every month, $50 customer. How much is that over 12 months, B?
Again?
Yeah. Average order is $50.
Yes.
Customer, and they average every month 1 order. So how much is that a year?
You mean they come
How much are they spending a year?
how many times per month again?
So a customer is ordering $50 once a month. How
So
much are
it's-
they spending a year?
Spending a year 50 times 12. Sorry, I'm not good in math. Sorry.
That's all right. I've calculated. You're right. It's 50 times 12. I've already done the calculation.
600.
$600. Yeah.
$600. And we're learning it costs $5. Go back. I can't remember the spend. How much was it costing per order? I think it was $5.53.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right, let's see how good my memory is. Let's click it open. Let's share your screen, John, again with the click and impressions for Facebook. I don't know. Thinking it's $5.53.
Sorry, let me just move my screen. Results.
$5.89.
But that's, yeah, and the important thing I think to remember with that one, it's only the first order it's gonna, like if they're a repeat customer, they're not, the only cost is $5.89.
Well, this is the conversation I'm talking about. So it's costing around $6 to get a $600 customer.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to look at the lifetime, and that's not even the lifetime value, but that's the lifetime value potential of that customer, that $6 customer, right? There's other costs, obviously the online ordering system, the marketing plan itself, $199, but if they don't pay that next month, they're still going to get that customer ordering from that marketing. So the lifetime value of that customer for the year potentially is $600. But if they went and did mega in 6 months' time and got that customer ordering twice a month, the lifetime value of that customer could double to 1,200. Getting that customer ordering more often. Now you can't get them to order every day because no one's going to eat Thai every day, right? But you can get them to order more often. And that's where mega marketing comes in to play. And so sales, you might want to have that conversation. Now you've got a better understanding of, hey, strategy one is to get them coming through the door, get them going. Then we have another marketing plan. We're not talk about that too much today, but they can get them ordering more often. But let's get on work on getting more, especially our new customers. Let's get them on more. So B and John and San, I want to add here before I forget. Sometimes our marketing, our sales team, our account managers need to have that conversation, right, from social to mega. Because if we know those numbers and their lifetime value and how many new customers are happening, that's where the goal strategy session can be about going up to mega. Okay, you've been on it for 6 months. So right now, B, I want you guys to think the future now. B, you have this conversation, delivery goes up, delivery works. They're getting 30 new customers a month. It goes for 6 months. B should be going, okay, now this strategy has worked. I want to introduce you to another strategy, which is email and SMS, which is going to get those new customers now ordering more often and spending more with you. Now see, he's gone from, wow, you built my website. Wow, you've got me new customers. Wow, you're now getting them to spend more with me and they're not spending it on Uber. This is the journey we should be visualizing for our customers. Good. I can keep talking, but I'm not going to because B's head's going to explode.
But I
Thanks,
love
guys.
speaking.
Good work, B. This is good work. You've got it. You know, now you're zoning in on the strategy. Hopefully that's been helpful.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you so much. You give me ideas a lot. Yeah.
All right, we've got 2 recordings here now, it seems. So we'll end this recording.
Anyway, thank you about the promotion about cash. I can see it from the Facebook ad too that it's not getting any orders.
There you
Yeah,
go.
about the cash, that is true.
So you're spending money on a strategy that's there, right? Yeah. Good. Not good, but good now that we're not going to do that. Yeah. Oh, have fun. And I would recommend